Welcome to the Daily Journal's web series, Real Talk. I'm Pamela Powell, film critic with the Daily Journal. Each week, a different guest and I will review and recommend, or not, a newly released film. So sit back, relax, and get ready to hear the real talk about this week's movie, Tomorrowland, starring George Clooney, Britt Robertson, and it's a Disney film. Now, most of you probably know I'm not a big Disney fan. However, I did like McFarland USA and the $1 Million Arm. So I was hoping to maybe have that same kind of family film with a positive message. Positive message was definitely there in Tomorrowland, but I think the story really lacked, and they focused too much on, hey, we're Disney. Look at all the things that we can do because we're Disney. Look at our special effects. It was just a little bit too much, and I think the story kind of dragged. But before I say any more, I want to introduce my guest today, Roger Allen Jones. Roger, an actor, thank you for joining us today.
Boy. I'm really glad you asked me to do this. I love taking a look at films and getting a chance to sit and have conversations about it.
And tell me, what were your thoughts about Tomorrowland?
You know, what's really interesting as I was hearing you kind of describe it, I kind of had some of the very similar thoughts on it. You know, it's, oh, we're Disney. In fact, I couldn't help but have this, it's a small world, kept rolling through my head, you know, throughout
That haunts me.
That's not mine.
What's not yours?
The pen. I've never...
You know, the real thing that theme I thought did come through is about, you know, that hope and change. You know, if you really can hope in something, you know, so it kind of reminded, you had this old curmudgeon, you know, he finally kind of gave up hope.
Right.
And then you have Britt, kind of this new thing. She's still a starry-eyed dreamer. And I think that's kind of what Disney's theme is typically about anyway.
Right, and positive change and hope is really the important message that comes through in this film. I thought the special effects were a little overboard in this film. I would love to have seen the George Clooney and Britt Robertson characters as they were in the beginning, as they were having this fun exchange back and forth. It was a great banter, but somewhere that was lost. And I loved the fact that the little boy that played Clooney's character as a youngster was adorable, precocious, and just fun to see on the screen. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more of that.
But I'm thinking, if I'm a young kid, could I even follow what was going on at the beginning?
Right.
And then it wasn't until afterwards you kind of understood. So it really kind of, I wasn't sure where it was going right from the beginning.
I agree. I think some of the younger kids are going to be a little bored by it because it definitely drags. At 2 hours and 10 minutes, it taxed my attention span. But I really do think that might be a bit too long for the younger ones. However, I do like, as I said before, the positive message in this. So tell me, Roger, what is your recommendations? Should people go see it?
I think they should. It's one of those few films that you probably could take, typically Disney's, you know, one of the things that people feel comfortable with. So I would say, I'd at least recommend go and make your own opinion on it.
Very good. That's it for this week's Real Talk. The movie review show you can access anytime and anywhere. Be sure to check out previous episodes as well as all the movie reviews of mainstream blockbusters as well as independent gems at the Daily Journal's website. Be sure to tune in next week when Gary Moore joins me to talk about the film Aloha. And be sure to check out today's newspaper to read the review of Aloha. And that, Roger, is a wrap.